Good evening. This is Cub reporter Ken Cordero coming to you live out of Middletown, Rhode Island, the United States of America, or what used to be the United States of America. Okay, the date today is 8/30th, 2011 AD. My email is KenCordeiro@AmericanOnline.com. That's Ken Cordeiro, Cordeiro, at AOL.com. Now, the first thing I'd like to do is tell you that my favorite chain restaurant in Middletown is Chili's, and their best waitress is Rebecca. Not only does she know what she's doing, and she's very friendly, she's also personable. But you have to get there soon, because I think she's going back to school. Okay, now let's see how our government is trying to ruin our lives, or certainly my life, because I've been turned into a slave. And do you know why I've been turned into a slave? Because these people in our government, all these people with their Harvard educations, or they're from Princeton, or I don't know, they've gone to all-day kindergarten, they're not as smart as me, because I can take, even though I am the working poor, I can take the next 3 months off and pay my bills and not work a day. Do you think anybody in the government can do that? No. So what good does their Harvard education get them? You know? Now, the president last week went on vacation to Martha's Vineyard. Him and his wife couldn't get their travel itineraries together. They had to take separate jets, 4 hours apart. There you go. I'm sure that's good for your green initiative. Huh, Mr. President? Your wife, how much has she spent on vacation so far? Like $10 million? Who's paying for this? Is there anybody in the government going to tell them that no, they can't just spend money like this to go on vacation, money that we don't have? So anyway, before he went on vacation, he signed an executive order saying that the Justice Department could prioritize people that were getting ready to deport. It would make their cases go easier in court. Why are these people even in court? If they're here and they're not a citizen, just deport them. Get rid of them. You don't even have to do anything. Just stop sending them money. Money that we don't have. But of course, the president doesn't want to do that, because of course his relatives are in the country illegally. His aunt, his uncle just got stopped up in Framingham, Massachusetts for being drunk. This guy was already supposed to be deported. Why don't they go and live in the White House with him? Why doesn't he support his family? The president knows nothing about a budget. All he knows how to do is spend money. He doesn't even know how to spend it well. Just ask his wife. So now all these criminal illegal aliens that he just lets in, not saying no you can't, because it's his own family. He's letting in his own family. He doesn't want to protect the American people. There was just up outside of Boston, in Framingham or something, I believe, a criminal illegal alien was drunk, there was a little kid in the car, and ran over a motorcyclist and killed him. Now, when does the president's policies, when do they go from compassionate to criminal? Why isn't this blood on his hands? The president just letting in, that's the president's #1 job, to protect this country. Keep these people out, and he just lets them in. When's somebody going to step up and say he should be impeached, and then he should be thrown in prison? Manson's in prison. He didn't kill anybody, but he ordered it. The president, just by his orders, not putting out the welcome mat. I mean, you could go on and on about the stories of these criminal illegal aliens killing Americans, raping them. But the president, no, he doesn't care. He wants to be a globalist. I think it's criminal. I wish somebody would impeach him and throw him in jail for the rest of his life. Him and Bernanke too. Now Rick Perry last week said, if he because they're thinking of trying to stimulate the economy again, they want to just print more money which we don't have. It's just monopoly money now. And Rick Perry said if they do this again, maybe it was treasonous. Well, yes, I think it is treasonous. You know, if it's like you steal $5-10, it's nothing. But when you start losing like $500, $1,000, that's a felony, isn't it? Isn't that treason? They're just treasonous. They're just ruining the dollar. You know, this is all Obama's idea too. He's a strict socialist. If you're an American citizen and you work, the president just doesn't like you. It's just as simple as that. So I think he should be thrown in jail, myself. But then who are you going to get? Biden? I mean, that guy couldn't lead a sophomore class. He couldn't even lead a freshman class. They all belong in jail. Now let's see if we can go on to something. Here's a ray of hope for us out of Australia. The Prime Minister in Australia, Julia Gillard, told the Muslims, and the Muslims are over there crying about their Sharia law and stuff. She told them to go take a hike, and I'm glad too. These people, they're just, if you want to come over here, just keep your Sharia law in your church. Just don't be killing nobody or beating nobody up. I don't care what it says in your Quran or whatever it is. These people want to worship Muhammad. You might as well worship me. So I like that. I wish our president would take a cue from her and tell these criminal illegal aliens, even his own family, set a good example. Get them out of my country, please. I mean, does anybody want to protect an American citizen anymore? I guess not, but if you go over to Australia, you can be protected because at least your Prime Minister can set a good example. Now, what are we going to go over to on next? Okay, I'm gonna try and finish this segment up with a little story, but I can't think of it now. So all I'm going to say is, only God can help us now. Go to church, pray, and work. That is all for now. Thank you for tuning in. This has been the 6th edition of Ken Cordero, Cub Reporter. Good night.